Everyone, Ren Handman here. Today I am bringing you an excerpt from my novel In Restless Dreams. This is a YA contemporary paranormal. It's about a girl named Sylvia. She's from a small town and she has to move to New York City to live with her father and brother. She hates it there. She's having a really hard time fitting in. She goes to a very high-end school and she doesn't know anyone. She's not getting along with them. So at this point in the book, she goes to a party. And this guy, Alex, gives her a brownie as sort of a peace offering. So she takes it, or she eats it. Takes it is a little bit of a spoiler. And she's at the party dancing. And that's where we're going to start things off. I don't know how long I dance for, but I start to notice something. The colors are getting strange. It's hard to describe, but it's like they're brighter than they should be, or stronger. And I can feel them on my skin. The people seem like they're moving too fast or not fast enough. And the music is stopping and starting, slowing and quickening. And then, in the middle of all that movement, there's a man, and he's completely still. I don't recognize him. He looks a bit old to be here, like maybe he's a freshman in college. He's dark, too, his skin the deep black of someone from Africa. But his hair is the gray black of shadows, spiky, short, a little bit soft. He's wearing, of all things, a Metallica shirt with the arms ripped off, and old worn jeans with holes in the knees. And from his utter stillness, you might think he would seem scary, but even in all that quiet, he's grinning like it's his birthday. I can taste the spilled ink of his eyes, black pools with no irises. Okay, this is not normal. Something is not right. Something about the color, about the taste of the color. I can't quite put my finger on it. He sees me watching, and that big old smile gets even bigger, like he found out his parents got him that pony he really wanted. But he turns around and walks away, and every part of my body starts screaming to follow him. My knees, for some reason, have Scottish accents. I find that funny and start giggling. I yell at Fiona that I need some air, and she nods but doesn't really pay attention. I know I'm supposed to do something, but my body is humming the theme to Jeopardy, and I can't remember. So instead, I climb the stairs towards the roof. It's pretty deserted. I guess it's still early in the party, but this is the least decorated area of the house, too. I listen, not sure what I'm listening for, and realize I never heard the door shut behind me. I turn and I don't see anything, except I can see the stars singing, and the tune doesn't match the one my body is humming, and I'm angry and want them to get along. And then a patch of shadow beside me suddenly stops being a shadow and starts being a man who holds the shadows in his hands like he's peeled them back. And he tilts his head to the side with a crazy gleam in his eyes, and his mouth opens too wide, and he says, "Boo." I burst out laughing. This is clearly not the reaction he's expecting. He looks kind of surprised and takes a step back, letting the shadows fall. Only now that I know what I'm looking for, I can see him, even through the shadow. It's like watching someone through slightly fogged up glass. It makes my eyes hurt. "Do I know you?" I ask. He looks startled, like he hadn't expected me to talk to him. "Can you see me?" he asks. I don't know. Can I? I mean, what is seeing, right? If I didn't have eyes, would my other senses get stronger? Could I smell the color of your hair? And I can. I can smell his hair. And it smells like old cigars and gin and champagne. Something is definitely not right. I sit down abruptly on the ground. "I feel weird," I announce. "Did you drink the blue punch?" he asks, and he comes to sit down beside me. "If you didn't think I could see you, why did you yell boo?" I ask. Some tiny part of my brain is wondering why he would think I couldn't see him, and thinking maybe being on a roof with a complete stranger is not one of life's great ideas. But the rest of my brain is completely engrossed by the way the light is dancing on the water of the pool. So much so that I don't even notice he's talking to me until he waves a hand in front of my eyes to get my attention. I turn towards him. "Huh? You asked me a question." "I did? What was it?" "You're delicious," he says, laughing delighted. But for some reason, I don't think he's using the word the way they do in Greenwich Village. Something about the way he says it. I can almost see his tongue running across his lips, like he's eating the air around us. Suddenly, I'm not sure I can breathe. "Why did you yell boo?" Normally when people are high, they catch glimpses of me. Bits, pieces, flashes. So I yelled boo, expecting you to see a flash of crazy eyes and jumping out of the shadows. "Oh." I peer at his face. He still seems unnaturally still, like he's not moving or shifting or anything, not even blinking in the weird half light from the pool. That's mean. No, it's funny, he says. I'm not high, I exclaim, suddenly catching on to what he said. Well, you're either high or crazy. But then again, you can see me right now and you shouldn't be able to. So something's going on. Could you see me before? Well, before when? I've only been alive for 16 years, so I couldn't see you before that. I thought that was funny. But as I say the words, I start to wonder about them, about the meaning of time and what it is and where I come from and how long I've been here. And suddenly it all seems too big and I lurch to my feet. Aren't you clever? Yes, I am, I say, putting my hands on my hips. And you, sir, are weird. True, he acknowledges. He hasn't gotten up, and instead he leans back, sprawling like a big cat across the ground. The fogginess makes it hard to pick out details, like his eyes, but I can see his wide white grin. Do you like scaring people? I like having fun. I like playing games. Want to play a game? Sure. Like what? Parcheesi? I start giggling again, and he laughs along with me. I kind of get the feeling he's laughing at me just a tiny bit, but it doesn't seem to bother me the way it usually would. I feel disconnected from my body, and the lights and colors are wrong. How about 20 questions? Okay, I'll start. Are you a woman? He asks. Ouch, are you a person? Define person. Aren't you supposed to pick someone to be? Person. Born of mother, born of father, all that stuff. If you could pick a person to be, nothing would get done. We'd all be heroes and knights and princesses, and there would be no one left to mow the lawn. We all just have to be who we are. Then no. And I can tell you, most assuredly, there are people who get to pick, just not usually for themselves. Wait, I'm confused. Am I high? There's no way I'm high. I just drank that beer and it was sealed. Just the beer. I just drank the beer. I ate a brownie. Marijuana comes in brownies. I've never smoked marijuana, but I don't think it does this. Would Alex try to get me high? He wouldn't stoop so low. Would he? I sit down on the ground beside the stranger. What's your name? What's yours? That's a weird name. Mine's Sylvia. I lie back on the ground, staring up at the stars. They're dancing. I wish I could dance with them. Names have power. You don't give them away for free. Well, I have this shiny quarter. I pull a quarter out of my pocket and offer it to him. For some reason, looking up at him from below, he seems more real. Like I shouldn't be able to see him anyway, so it isn't weird that I can't really. You want to trade my name for a quarter? You're not even real. I'm high and you're a figment of my imagination. Fucking Alex! I'm gonna kill him! I lurch to my feet, and he gets up too. I doubt very much you intend to kill anyone, he says. Just watch me. I turn around, thinking I can get to Alex faster if I go through the pool. So I stumble towards it, intending to dive in, but the man catches my arm as I move forward, and I stumble back against him. Hey now, be careful. You touched me, I say. I'm staring at my arm, where his fingers are wrapped gently around the fabric of my dress. I can't take my eyes off it. His fingers are darker than my black dress, or at least more real. I can see the lines of his skin, the creases in his knuckles. He has a small white tattoo on the side of his wrist, of a snowflake. I don't think I did, he says, but his hand is still on my arm. The world is lurching, and I think I might fall off. I don't feel so good. I think I might throw up. I move away from him, and he lets me go, following me as I dash down the stairs. The noise of the party is suffocating as I descend into the apartment. I push through bodies, faceless creatures with candy cane hair, and hurtle into one of the bathrooms, slamming the door and locking it behind me. I run over to the toilet and stare into the water, but nothing comes out. I should probably leave you be, he says, and I shriek, more out of surprise than anything else. I turn around and he's standing inside the door that I just closed, his hands in his pockets. He looks pleased that he managed to startle me. I stick my tongue out at him. I decided not to throw up after all, I tell him. That's good, he says. He takes a seat on the side of the bathtub. Now what? Now I wash my hands, I say, and I turn towards the sink. I wash my hands, pumping soap into them until it fills my cup palms, and the bubbles fill the sink and start running over the side. Oh, look at the bubbles, I say in awe. I hold a handful out to him. He smiles like he's entertaining a child, and nods quietly. I throw the bubbles into the air, telling them to run free, but they fall instead. So I abandon the bubbles and start looking through the bathroom drawers. There are little cosmetics everywhere, and I can hear them fighting. Quick, help! We have to separate the soaps and the hand creams. I start pulling everything out of the drawers and cupboards, and he comes over to help me as I patiently explain which ones are fighting and why, and which can be put together and which can't. We're in the middle of an animated argument about whether the blue bottle with the white cream should go with the blue bottle with the blue cream or the white bottle with the white cream, when a shadow falls over us. We both look up, and standing in the middle of the bathroom, I kid you not, is a freaking knight in shining armor. Seriously. So that was a bit of a drug trip from In Restless Dreams. And if you want to read the rest of the trip, you can pick it up where online books are sold, Amazon or from Parliament House Press. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to be coming back to you later this week with a special reading from Inside by D.M. Siciliano. And then later on, I will have a very exciting bit of noir paranormal detective mystery for you from Misha Handman. See you then.